Well, there were several reasons why we kicked it off. One was new superintendent, new leadership. That's a perfect opportunity to step back and take some pause and look at where we are and where we're going as a district. The other was that in 2015 was the last time we went through a strategic design process with Pinnacle 2020, and many of those objectives and action team items had already been accomplished. And so it was a great opportunity with new leadership, new board members, and also where we were with our previous work to take a moment and move forward and look at where we were with the strategic design process.
The biggest takeaway I had from the CISD design process was really that they had done a tremendous amount of both qualitative and quantitative research from all over the community to help really validate where we're going as a community. Yeah, my role was really to represent the business community as well as the parents out there, because I have 3 children that are in CISD, and it was a great opportunity to listen, learn, and give feedback.
Before defining where do we want to go as an institution of educational excellence, before defining, okay, what is next? What's the next trend? What's the next amazing thing that is going to happen in our schools? I think we need to define who we are. In Coppell, there's a certain way of teaching, there's a certain way of having relationship and establishing relationship with our parents. There's certain level of engagement, and there are certain practices that define a great teacher. So I think in combination of all that, with all those values in hand, then we can define the next steps, because we have a very clear picture of who we are and what we believe in.
What does it mean to be a great teacher? What does it mean to support educators in the classroom? What does that look like through our professional learning community process? What does that look like through our professional learning as a whole? How are we supporting our educators? What does that look like in the classroom on a daily basis?
Great teaching is about supporting the whole child, providing a high-quality, safe learning environment, designing accessible learning experiences, celebrating success in the classroom, assessing the kids along the way and responding to their needs, focusing on the big ideas and what really matters in the classroom. We want to provide that clear focus around what truly matters in the classroom. There are great things happening in our district, and I'm so honored to be part of it and humbled that I get to celebrate alongside the teachers.
Engagement, what are we doing to break down those barriers to engagement? How are we engaging all stakeholders? How are we making certain that our community understands Coppell ISD is part of Valley Ranch as well as Irving? That's all CISD. And so when we talk about engaging all of our stakeholders, we talk about everybody in Coppell ISD.
People really support the school district and the schools that make up the district and really want to be a part. And so I think finding ways and on-ramps to where people can become involved is essential to the future success of Coppell.
If you think that the child is the product of the community, of the society, of the parents, then to bring that child about, the engagement is essential from all the stakeholders to get a complete child, to encourage and nurture and to grow, to give everything that CISD has to offer. We all need to participate.
I think positive collective engagement is important because it allows more stakeholders to get involved in one of the great jewels in Coppell, and it's the school district. But when you have the collaboration of the people who are employed by the school district and the community and the business community coming together, there's no telling what can happen when you get that type of energy and synergy and that type of experience coming together to make it even better for our students in the long run.
I love that we are redefining success. What does success look like in Coppell ISD today? What does it look like for our staff members, for our students, for our parents? I think it's real important as a community that we don't tax our kids so much with heavy academic focus. Obviously, we need that as a school. We put a lot of pressure on our kids to be the best at athletics and academics and fine arts and all of those kinds of things. So I think redefining success and what that looks like for us as a community and what that looks like in Coppell ISD, I think is really important.
I've never really found my definition of success in grades. I find it in trying your best, and sometimes I think that idea can get lost when grades have such an emphasis on them, for college, or GPA and rank and all of that stuff. Like, those are all very important things, but at the end of the day, the goal is to learn. Like, you want to learn something, and you want to learn something that you find passion in, and that can so easily get forgotten whenever you try to place a number on you. There are a lot of mindsets that are math and science, and those are some things that we do need in the future. And then there are a lot of mindsets that are also reading and writing. And if we move towards the number side, we forget about the liberal arts side. If we move towards the liberal arts side, we'll forget the STEM. It's so hard to generalize all of those and to make it all one thing. So you have to make sure that you're conscious of everything else that's going on.
Relationships. What are we doing to develop and sustain those positive relationships, student to student, teacher to student, parent to parent, parent to teacher?
If you don't have a connection with your kids, then you're not going to have a connection with them across the content area either. And so we are really freed to build relationships first before we really ask for the rigor, which is amazing. And later on, when we're demanding the moon of our students, they'll do it for us because they know us and they love us, and we love them too. Shakespeare is famous for saying that brevity is the soul of wit. I really think that the new mission statement really gets at the heart of what we're trying to do without a whole lot of extra weighted down clauses. That it makes it a lot more accessible for people. Like, yeah, that's what we're here for. That's what we're doing.
Well, the new mission really came about organically through the process of all of the input that we received from so many stakeholders. You start off with that we are working together as a team, and that hits that collaboration, it hits professional learning communities, all of that. Obviously, relationships is embedded throughout our new mission statement, as well as engagement and redefining success, and then positively impacting the world beyond Coppell ISD. Working together, we are committed to profound learning experiences for each child, while nurturing meaningful relationships to positively impact our world.